Hello, wrestling fans. I am Mark Bray alongside my colleague Dwayne Gilbert. Welcome to our second special edition of MCW Rage TV about the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup and the fallout that is happening about it, man.
Oh, my God. What a show that was, man. And the fallout.
Absolutely.
Wow, man. What's happening after that? I mean, everybody's in total turmoil here in MCW after what's happened there.
Absolutely. Last week we talked about all the qualifying matches. We talked about the Rage TV Championship match between Nui Tofiga and Ronnie Zuko. Of course, Zuko came out on top of that one. This week, we're going to talk about the finals. We're going to talk about the Heavyweight Championship, the over-the-top 20-man Battle Royal, and, of course, the big one, the MCW Tag Team Championship match. And all of that is this week on Rage TV. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome back to Rage TV, our second edition special of the MCW Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup. Dwayne,
And wow.
again, it was an amazing show, to say the least. A capacity crowd at the Green Room in Dundalk, Maryland. MCW fans, the greatest fans in the Indies, in my opinion. Last week, again, we talked about all the qualifying. We talked about the Rage TV Championship. This week, we're going to talk a little bit more about some of those title matches. But first, let's talk about the 20-man over-the-top Battle Royal, where the winner of that match got a future match with MCW Rage TV champion Ronnie Zuko.
The less than credible champion, Ronnie Zuko. Let's say that.
Well,
I mean, come on. The way he won that match.
Well, of course, it was not short of controversy. Let's just say that. Of course, you had interference from the Bruiser. You had all kinds of craziness going on with Jessie K and Candy, and that the collar on Candy, and then the return of Cole Calloway, which we talked about last week.
It really is.
But let's talk about this Battle Royal. All of MCW's finest. The best locker room in the Indies, in my opinion, and it showed in that matchup. Of course, you had people like Chuck Lennox, Nick Saracelli. You saw the debut of Mustafa Aziz Daniels, who he was looked pretty formidable himself.
I tell you what, this guy here, man, looks like nothing but straight terror. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Speaking of,
him slap the hell out of a few
it's
people.
funny you
in that
say
match.
terror. I don't know if that was a slip or not. And of course, you had Country Strong, you had Haas Haygood, you had Kevin Chesney. Mitch Miller was in there, the disgraced MCW official, former MCW official, I would say. Chris Clow, Zachary Shane, RK
Black
Blues.
Wall Street.
All of those guys from the winner's circle. You had Black Wall Street. You had Drolix and Marcus Streets. Kindred and Hocus from the Dark Carnival were there. Pale Paul White, Justin Corbin, Nick Regis. And you had De Gift and De Curse, the New Bloods.
Oh,
and, of
man,
course,
those
your
guys are
personal
good.
favorite, a guy who's been chasing you around your whole career, the Executioner.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you. I've seen this guy everywhere I go. I don't know why.
It's almost like you see him in your sleep.
I'm telling you.
Well, I tell you what, fans, this match was nothing but amazement from bell to bell. Let's take a look at some of that action right now.
Yes, sir, buddy. I love it. 18 minutes at a time.
Lennox, Nick Saracelli, Black Wall Street, Napalm Bomb, Country Strong. A few of the
We got somebody going over top out there. Is that the Gift or the Curse? Oh, he hits. Oh, back under the ropes, though. Man, I love it.
And Justin Corbin has been eliminated. The first eliminated competitor in this matchup. You got to think that Country Strong, Napalm Bomb, those in the Dark Carnival are going to be your odds-on favorite in this matchup here, Dwayne.
Look at that Mustafa Aziz, the new guy to
Mustafa
MCW.
Aziz, I believe, is how
that
you pronounce
what it is?
it.
Aziz. He's got Hoke is just beating the heck out of him.
And look at the winner's circle organization standing on the outside of the ring here.
How is that even fair? Well, he won't get eliminated.
And we have another elimination here. I believe that was Mitch Miller.
The Executioner and Mitch Miller are eliminated.
And they're going at it inside. And hold on, now the winner's circle organization is making their. And look at Napalm Bomb with Big Paul Pale White.
Oh!
And he gets eliminated in extraordinary fashion.
Well, they're taking him out. The winner's circle is on him now. What's going on? Oh, there goes RK Blues.
And RK Blue of the winner's circle organization has been now eliminated over
Yeah,
the
but
top
Chris
rope.
Clow and Zachary Shane are still on him. Here we go. Napalm's up. Here goes Zachary Shane. Oh!
And Zachary Shane, Napalm Bomb able to get out of the way.
He just
Chris Clow
eliminated
goes
Chris
out.
Clow. And Napalm's got Zachary Shane. He's going to take the whole winner's circle out. Oh!
And Haas Haygood with Chuck Lennox. Dwayne, have you ever seen a battle royal like that in recent memory in MCW?
I love those matches. And I'll tell you what, with the array of talent we have here, it's hard to believe that it's just an independent show. It's that it looks like a multi-million-dollar company with the array of talent we have. It's unbelievable.
Well, of course, and a couple of guys that come into my mind that stood out. You got Country Strong. They've been pretty dominant since they've walked into MCW. The debut of the Green Room debut, I would say, of Mustafa Aziz Daniels. Wow, that guy's a character in himself.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I agree 100%. But enough with them. Let's talk about the winner of that match.
Absolutely. The winner of that match, who now has a guaranteed title shot for the MCW Rage TV Championship, Mr. Napalm Bomb.
The bomb himself.
Absolutely, and that man is a physical specimen to say the least. And you've trained with him, you've worked out with the guy. Tell us a little bit about him.
I tell you what, the guy is in the gym every day. Every day the gym is open, he's in there, and I'm not talking about just the weight room. I'm talking about the wrestling gym. He's doing everything he can to learn more and every way possible to hit submissions, high flying. Look at the way he does the high flying moves he does. You see a guy 5'10" doing that stuff, not a guy 6'3", 6'4". You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He deserves everything he gets. Napalm, I hope you rip the head off of Ronnie Zuko and take that Rage TV title so that we can show some honor back to MCW instead of this idiot woman beater.
Well, of course, the fans in the MCW Green Room would agree with you because they were going nuts when Napalm Bomb put Mustafa Aziz Daniels over that top rope to win that matchup.
It was great.
I got to tell you, Napalm Bomb, a very bright future in MCW.
USA, baby.
Folks, don't go away. When we come back, we're going to talk about the MCW Tag Team Championship, the match that everyone was talking about going into the Cup, and frankly, everyone is still talking about. That's coming up after this break.
Wrestling fans, circle your calendars for Saturday, August 27th, and get ready for an aggravated assault, courtesy of Maryland Championship Wrestling. Strap yourself in and brace for an all-out war as the giant Samoan Nui Tafiga locks horns with bloodthirsty Bruiser. Also featured on this high-action-packed event, you will see the patriotic Napalm Bomb, former MCW heavyweight champion Tyler Hilton, the bizarre and popular Dark Carnival, Haas, Chesney, and Chastity are all country strong, the devastating urban duo of Black Wall Street, a special MCW heavyweight title defense by the monster known as Cobian. Please make plans to join us on August 27th in the Green Room for this sensational event. We look forward to seeing you all. For further details, please go to MarylandWrestling.com. MCW. We are Maryland Wrestling.
Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome back to MCW Rage TV.
This is it, baby.
I am Mark
This is
Bray.
it.
This is Dwayne Gilbert. Let's talk about the match that was on everybody's lips going into the Green Room on July 30th. The match for the Tag Team Championship.
Good God.
The Holy Rollers, Earl the Pearl and Rambling Rich, taking on the youngsters Fed Up, C-Fed, and G-Fed. Folks, this one was for all the marbles. But not only was it for the gold, it was quite the grudge match.
Oh, yes, it was. Yes, it was. And I'll tell you what, Mark, these guys, for real people, do not like each other. Not at all. Never have. Never will.
Absolutely. And the stipulations in this match were if the Holy Rollers lost, they would be forced to retire. After a long career like that, that's a lot to put on the line.
Which
and
would be the end of an era.
An end of an era in MCW. And if Fed Up won the match, not only did they win the gold, but actually, I'm sorry, if they lost the match, they would be forced to split up as a tag team. And that would be devastating. All those youngsters out there with the Fed Up t-shirts, they knew, both these tag teams going to that match knew what was on the line.
Mark, I've been around for a long time, and I've never seen a team over like this on the independents. Anywhere.
Absolutely.
Anywhere. The place goes nuts when they walk through the room. You'd think Triple H just walked out the door.
Well, C-Fed, G-Fed, Earl the Pearl, and Rambling Rich going in there. Strap match, no holds barred. It was pandemonium in the green room. But instead of talking about it, let's show you.
Oh, yeah.
And a double team.
Another one. God darn.
C-Fed and G-Fed came here for one reason and one reason only. They want those gold belts.
The crowd's divided, though. I got to give it to it. The Holy Rollers got their followers. They've been here 15 years.
Well, wait a second.
Uh-oh. Pipe in time, baby. Somebody's going to go cooking tonight.
And the Holy Rollers are in trouble as C-Fed and G-Fed.
Oh, stop right here.
You know, you always wonder why we leave those things under the ring.
Hey, it's a fed-up trash can. Son.
You are loving every bit of this, aren't you?
I am. I'm loving it.
And if you look at J.P. Callahan on the far end, he is not really happy right now. I don't think he saw this coming.
Good. He should never be happy.
So this has gone from a leather strap match to an all-and-out brawl. And it looks like Fed Up are in full control of this match so far.
I love it, man. They're wearing them out. Son! What shall we hit him with next? Uh-oh, what we got going on here?
And Ramblin' Rich trying to turn the tables. And it looks like Fed Up has just taken out the trash, so to speak. And the youngsters in this arena are loving it.
That was hilarious.
But hold on a second, Earl the Pearl with a stop sign. He misses. And a stop sign to the back from the top rope, and Earl the Pearl goes down. C-Fed goes for a pin.
No, he kicks out. He kicks out. You ain't getting the Holy Rollers that easy. You know, for the longest time, I thought for sure.
And a DDT from Earl the Pearl to C-Fed. I'm sorry, Dwayne, go ahead.
That's right. I thought for sure that Fed Up was going to just take it to him, but I'm telling you, after talking to the Holy Rollers, they're not giving their titles up, Mark. They're not doing it.
I don't think anybody thought this match was going to be easy for Fed Up. As we mentioned before, the Holy Rollers.
Here you go.
And once again, it is completely divided in this room.
Yeah, there's a smack. Look at the Holy Rollers again.
Can you believe the amount of excitement? They threw everything at each other except the kitchen sink.
I'll tell you what, I can't believe they actually walked out of the ring after the match.
Folks, you're going to want to get the DVD from this one, POD Productions of the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup, so you can see that match in its entirety. Plus, the special features, you can see the build-up videos and all kinds of stuff leading up to that match. You're not going to want to miss that. That will be available soon on MarylandWrestling.com. And I got to tell you, man, that match itself.
Interject there for 1 second. This is, as you've seen me announcing over the weeks and everything coming up to the match, I was all happy. Son. Yeah, I'm real glad the guys won. But I'm also sad. I've traveled many, many years with these guys. Been up and down the roads. These guys have been here since the start of MCW. And it's the end of an era. I'm very, very sorry to see you guys go. This is from the heart, guys. I'm very sorry. And I hope you do good in whatever you're doing, because this is one guy who's fought both of you many, many times. Good luck in the future. I'm really sorry you lost.
Well, there you have it, fans, right there from the words of former WWE Light Heavyweight Champion Dwayne Gilbert, and a guy who's been in this business longer than many MCW fans have been alive. Not calling you old, just saying that you got the experience and you've been a part of it. Earl the Pro, Rambling Rich, forced to retire after losing. And I got to tell you, being in that room, being in the green room, and watching the fans, half of them chanting for the Rollers, half of them chanting for Fed Up. It was insane watching this matchup. And all four of those guys gave the best athleticism, the best show they've ever given, the best matches, the best contest, everything that they've ever given in any match, I believe was superseded in that matchup at the Shamrock Cup.
I'll agree. That was unbelievable. I've never seen a match like that on the independent ranks before. And afterwards in the locker room, you could have heard a pin drop. As happy as Fed Up was, they went back there and was just as sad as everybody in that locker room that the Holy Rollers are leaving.
Well, they certainly were. Well, fans, don't go away. We've still got two major matches to talk about on this special edition of MCW Rage TV. Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup 11. We'll be right back.
Available now. Get the voice of MCW. Mark Bray's debut record, American All-Star. Find it at cdbaby.com, iTunes, Napster, or Rhapsody. Mark will also be selling autographed copies of his CD at MCW Aggravated Assault on August 27th in the Green Room. Welcome to Mark Bray Country.
Well, I call it destiny.
Wrestling fans, circle your calendars for Saturday, August 27th and get ready for an aggravated assault, courtesy of Maryland Championship Wrestling. Please make plans to join us on August 27th in the Green Room for this sensational event. We look forward to seeing you all. For further details, please go to MarylandWrestling.com. MCW, we are Maryland Wrestling.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. This is MCW's special look on Rage TV for the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup 11. Mark Bray, Dwayne Gilbert covering all of the events of this Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup, July 30th, 2011, at the Green Room in Dundalk. Now let's talk about the last two matches of the evening. First, we're going to talk about the MCW Heavyweight Championship, a belt that has been held by many greats in this business.
Oh, yeah.
The current champion, Cobian, who won it off of Tyler Hilton at MCW Insomnia at the Wild Duck Cafe, had his first defense in the Green Room against a very different-looking Bruiser, former five-time champion Bruiser. This guy was leaner, he was meaner, and probably a little bit more psycho.
I tell you what, the guy took a break from wrestling for a while, but now we know why. To get his body in shape, to get his mind right, if that's what you want to call right. I think he's even crazier than he was when he left. And to come back and rain havoc on MCW, just like he said. And, I mean, what's with these bounties? Everywhere there's a bounty, he keeps turning up. And I'll tell you what, he gave Cobian everything.
Absolutely.
That anybody could give that man.
And I tell you what, Cobian, being one of the biggest men in the MCW locker room, to have to put in the fight of his life in his first major title defense against the Bruiser says something about what the Bruiser brings to the table. Let's take a look at that match right now. Setting Cobian into the corner.
Oh, big right hand.
The Bruiser seems to be pretty pleased with himself. The fans at ringside don't seem to be too pleased with him. And I think the Bruiser's making a bit of a mistake here.
Boo, boo.
Seems to be making a bit of a mistake here, giving Cobian time to recuperate. This may come back to haunt him later on in this matchup. Now this monster Cobian has gone right up the ranks here in MCW, culminating in the title win where he's now the here comes a pin. He's now the MCW champion. And you better believe that the Bruiser ain't the last big man who's going to be coming after that title.
Well, you don't know. Bruiser may walk away with the title tonight. I hate to say it.
This is very true.
That's a bad man.
The Bruiser, very, very, very different than the Bruiser of old. He seems to be a little angrier, a little bit more crazy. We already stated the obvious that he slimmed down to get into fighting shape. I don't know about this showboating, Dwayne. This may come back to bite the Bruiser in the butt, so to speak.
Look, the guy laying on the canvas there, that's not just any ham and egger. That's Cobian. That's the MCW heavyweight champion, Mark. You do not showboat wrestle in the MCW.
Oh, look at this. He's going
champion.
to try and get a submission here. In a move eerily reminiscent of the last time the Bruiser collected on a bounty. Again, Dwayne, what an amazing match right there.
Man.
We saw a different Bruiser than we've seen in years past.
Well,
he's dropped a lot of weight. He's gotten faster. It seems to me he's been away from wrestling, but he's been learning more and just getting better.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, he's 5-time MCW heavyweight champion. And I'm not quoting a certain 5-time. I mean, for real. He really is 5-time MCW heavyweight champion. You don't get to be that without
Absolutely.
being one of the best out there.
Well, it was one heck of a match, but Cobian came out on top. He is still your reigning MCW heavyweight champion.
By a little.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see who his next opponent will be. But now let's talk about the reason we were all there on July 30th, the Shane Shamrock
Man,
Memorial Cup Finals.
I'm excited. I feel the electricity already, and we ain't even there anymore.
If you've been following the last 2 weeks, this week and last week, you know that the finals are as follows. Vordell Walker taking on Ricky Reyes, taking on Sami Callihan, taking on Josh Daniels, taking on Alex Colon, taking on Kirby Mack.
Taking
What a
on
match.
the world, baby.
What a
Yeah.
match.
Wow.
Now, for the fans that aren't really familiar with how this final match works, why don't you tell the fans a little bit about how it works? How do you win that final matchup? You go in there's 6 men in, but it ends with 2.
Right, it's an elimination match. As you get pinned, you are eliminated. If you get pinned, like if, just say Josh Daniels pins Vordell Walker's eliminated. And then if Ricky Reyes kicks Josh Daniels in the head and pins him, Josh Daniels is eliminated. And so on, till there's 2 left. Then usually the final 2, the locker room will empty out.
Absolutely, and I tell you
Every
what, folks,
wrestler's out there.
I have not seen a more talented group in the ring for a finals of the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup in a very, very long time. But instead of talking about it, let's take a look at it. Let's see how it all went down.
Oh, man, what a fight. How do you recover that fast?
And here comes the 2007 Cup winner, Josh Daniels.
The Pitbull itself.
He saw an opening, and he's taking it on Vordell Walker. He sends Vordell Walker into the ropes. And a flying forearm. And Vordell Walker is off his feet. Now he sends him into the corner. And a beautiful maneuver, and Vordell Walker is now on the mat. Josh Daniels, of course, as we mentioned, the 2007 winner of the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup. He says this is his cup. He's been saying it for weeks. And he looks like he's going to make it known here in this matchup. Vordell Walker's back is turned. Kirby Mack up top. And he plants both feet into the face of Vordell Walker. Kirby Mack seems to be alive. Team action well represented here in this Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup final.
Did you see that, Mark? How he's kept the feet right in his face all the way to the mat.
And over the top rope. And folks, this is exactly what the people in the green room have paid their hard-earned money to see.
Watch out behind you.
Like that. But hold on, here comes Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan with a kick to the face of Kirby Mack. And a monster forearm. Don't let his small height under Kirby Mack takes it as Sami Callihan goes through the bottom rope. And now the Havana Pitbull, Ricky Reyes and Alex Colon inside the center of the squared circle here in the green room. A beautiful Hurricane Rana.
What's he doing now?
And he's up on the top
There he
rope.
goes. Whoa!
And an amazing corkscrew dive off of the top rope to the ring apron floor.
Uh-oh.
And here's Josh
What's
Daniels.
Josh doing now?
And I don't know if you noticed this, Dwayne. It looks like Josh Daniels has a bit of a limp going on here. Perhaps he hurt himself. Well, there you have it, Dwayne. This one was for all the marbles.
Baby.
This was the main event. This is what all of those people came to the green room on July 30th to see.
And they were
what a
not
match.
disappointed, man. Not disappointed at all, Mark. Wow.
Absolutely, and of course, Alex Colon being one of the top PA and Jersey guys, Vordell Walker from Georgia, Ricky Reyes, the Havana Pitbull, Kirby Mack of Team Action representing his family out there, Sami Callihan and Josh Daniels, but in the end, Sami Callihan and Josh Daniels.
Hats off to Sami Callihan and Josh Daniels. I don't know if you know it or not, but halfway through that match, Josh Daniels tore his bicep. Sami Callihan broke a rib. And they finished the match.
Well, that
Now,
shows you exactly what that cup means.
10, 12 minutes before the end of the match, they wrestled out there. And if you saw that match like I did, sitting right next to me, they beat the living hell out of each other, Mark. It was one of the best matches I've ever seen.
Well, I tell you what, folks, that in itself tells you right there what the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup means. And, of course, it came down to Josh Daniels and Sami Callihan. Josh Daniels being the only repeat winner in this year's tournament. He knew what it's like to hoist up that cup. He knew what it's like. He knows what it's like to win it. And then you have Sami Callihan, the young guy, the guy who's been all over the world.
Little cuckoo, but man,
all
can
over
he
the
wrestle.
world. Tons of tournament wins under his belt. He's done it all. And now he has the Shamrock Cup to hoist over his head.
Hold that trophy up high, baby.
Well, let me ask you, what are your final thoughts on this year's Cup as a whole?
I'll be honest with you, Mark. This, by far, reigns supreme above any of the Cups. And I'm not even going out on a limb saying this. I'll say in the last 20 years, I've never seen an independent show with as much electricity, as much talent, and, I mean, just the whole show in a wrap was the best show I have ever seen on the independents. And Dan McDevitt, thank you for letting me be part of MCW and to be part of the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup and to sit here next to my partner, Mark Bray.
Well, thank you, Dwayne. And there you have it, wrestling fans. You heard it from Dwayne Gill himself. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup did not disappoint. In the very end, it was Sami Callihan who hoisted the cup over his head. What are they going to do next year? Who knows? But we'll find out. Folks, thank you for tuning in to this week's very special episode of MCW Rage TV. We'll be back with all the action that you're used to next week on MCW Rage TV. For MCW, I am Mark Bray, and this is Dwayne Gilbert.
You got
Have a good night.
MCW, we are Maryland Wrestling.